Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Just kind of a quick video detailing some of the movie posters and things that I have. I do have a lot of posters in the house. Now this one I'm starting with. This is one of the cheaper ones, like I said in one of my other videos that I got for like $5 at Walmart. And it is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I got this right after I saw the movie, because I actually really like the movie. I know some of these new Turtle movies do get a little bit of a bad rep. Maybe they're not as good as the originals, and they do have their issues. But it's not a bad movie. It was quite enjoyable, and I really wanted to have it just to kind of put behind the arcade machine, because Ninja Turtles is one of the boards I had, so that was one reason behind that. And also I did show this one in my other video, but it's the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 movie poster. Another one that I purchased at Walmart. When I buy them from like Walmart, like I said, I just hang them with thumbtacks and just leave it at that. It's not that big a, except for only $5, it's not gonna set me back or anything to do that. So that's the reason I go ahead and just hang those with thumbtacks. But yes, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I absolutely love the movie. Hilarious. Probably, I would say, as good as the first one. I don't have a movie poster of the first one, but maybe someday. But I do have that one. So, and of course, on the other side of that door is the movie poster for. At the top, it's Wonder Woman, the new 2017 film, which is absolutely amazing. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend it. It's in my, it's top 10 probably movies I've ever saw, or at least as far as my favorites, go. It's really good. So I had to get the poster for that. Plus, I've always been a big DC guy anyway, and Wonder Woman has always been one of my favorites, and Gal Gadot is absolutely amazing in it. So it doesn't hurt to have her hanging off of your door. So, and then I actually, down here at the bottom, I do have the one of her from Batman versus Superman as well. I had that one a little bit longer, obviously. But then moving on from there, continuing the Batman versus Superman theme. From there, we do have the Batman versus Superman, one of the posters for that film as well, hanging off of my laundry room door. That was my favorite poster that they had. They had quite a few of them, actually, when that movie came out, that you could get like at Walmart. This was my favorite. Just simple and effective, I thought. But I really enjoyed that one. And actually, if I move over here, you'll see that I have a smaller version of a Wonder Woman poster hanging next to that. That came out of what was that? A comic book, actually, that had several different Wonder Woman stories in it. And so it's a bit smaller, but I enjoyed it. So, and here is the final Batman versus Superman poster that I do have, featuring all three of the main heroes in the film. Really enjoy that poster as well. Three of my absolute favorite heroes ever, and so that was pretty cool. And then if I pan over to this side, I do have, and I know that's going to be a little bit harder to see, but I do have Civil War poster over there as well. So, which I enjoyed that movie quite a bit as well. And let's see here. Maybe that's a little bit better. You can see it a little bit better. We get out of the light. Okay, and then here I have one of the posters from Spider-Man Homecoming. Probably one of the newer ones I have gotten, actually. Considering how that movie's been out for only, I don't know, a month or so now. Really good. All the Spider-Man films have been really good. It'd be hard for me to say which is my favorite on that, to be quite honest. I really don't know. But I really enjoyed that one. And then down here I have a Spider-Man Homecoming with Iron Man on there as well. And over here I have a Jaws movie poster. Another one of my favorite films of all time. And I I just really, really enjoy that movie. Jaws is one of those movies that, for whatever reason, every time I rewatch that film, I feel like it's I see things or notice things that I never noticed before. So it's almost like a new experience every time I watch it. And I really don't know why that is. There's just certain movies that are like that. Some movies you can, you love them, you can quote them, you know everything's going to happen. And Jaws, I love the film. I can quote part of the film, but for some reason when I watch it, I feel like there are certain scenes and such that I don't know. I don't remember. It's just really neat. But absolutely love that. It's my favorite horror film, I guess, of all time, if I had to, call it a horror film. Now here we have a poster for Captain America, the very first Captain America film. This is actually a DVD poster, or a poster advertising the Blu-ray and DVD that was coming out. Now I got this actually because I used to work at Blockbuster. Matter of fact, I was assistant manager there for a couple years. And so movie posters, once they, fulfilled their purpose there, we pretty much had our pick of them if we liked, to bring them home. And there was quite a few that came through that I've had over the years, and I don't know exactly what I've done with them, to be honest. This was one of them that, for whatever reason, I remember keeping and displaying quite a bit. So I do have that film there. And then let's see. And over here I have a Walmart release of the Power Rangers movie poster from March of this year. I thought that was a really good poster of them. Maybe even as good as any of the actual official, ones that were shipped to theaters. And for $5, I actually bought two of them. One of them is hanging up, and one of them I'm just keeping. But that's like my favorite movie now, ever. I just absolutely love it. So, and in keeping with Power Rangers, I do have an original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers cast poster. It's not a movie, but I thought I'd show that too. And that one is one of the first you've seen that I've actually had framed because I don't know, significance of it to me. Plus what I paid for it. So. And then along the lines of frame posters, we have a frame poster of Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein, which is my favorite Abbott and Costello movie, although I absolutely love all of their movies. My favorite comedy team of all time. So I do have that poster because it actually combines not only them, but then the Universal Monsters, which are also some of my favorite movies and characters of all time. So I really, really enjoy that movie, and this poster is really awesome as well. And along the lines of great comedy teams, I do have a Three Stooges poster as well from the just the beginning of most of their movie shorts that they had. So, and they're probably, I would say, my second favorite comedy team after Abbott and Costello. So I had to get that. And here I have a movie poster for the movie The Private Eyes, featuring Tim Conway and Don Knotts. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's so underrated. It doesn't get a lot of love, but it's absolutely fantastic, especially if you're a fan of Don Knotts or Tim Conway. Or one of the reasons I really enjoyed it was because of the old dark house aspect of it. I love those type movies, so this appealed to that. Plus the humor was great, and it's not a super funny movie. That you'll just be laughing the whole way through, but it does have quite a bit of humor that I enjoy. And again, just the aspect of the old dark house stuff just appeals to me a lot. So I really enjoy this movie. And next to that, I have the original poster for Batman, the movie. The simple logo, Nicholson, Keaton. Not a lot to it. Served its purpose though, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite posters and one of my favorite movies. Top 5 movies all time for me. I absolutely love it. As great as The Dark Knight was, and Christian Bale and even Ben Affleck has been really great. as great as all these guys were, for me, Michael Keaton's always going to be my Batman. You know, he was just the one I grew up with and absolutely fell in love with Batman due to his character or his portrayal of Batman. I always liked Batman before that, but when I seen this movie, I actually, fell in love with the character. So I have that poster as well. And here I have the poster, original movie poster for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, which this is like one of my favorite movie posters ever. It is a little bit harder to see. I do apologize for the lighting on this, and I can't really get too far back away from it because the way my house is laid out, the other side of the hall wall is right there, so it's kind of hard for me to get a really good shot of it, but a straight on shot of it. But that, if you've seen the movie or this poster, I'm sure you have. It was a cover for the. No, it wasn't actually the cover for the VHS. I'm wrong on that. But it's an absolutely amazing poster. Simple, to the point. Elicits a lot of memories for me because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie, is the first movie that I actually remember seeing in the theater. I have had this discussion with like my dad and stuff as to whether or not it was the actual first movie that I saw. I don't remember that. Could have been. I don't know. But it was the first I remember seeing. So if it wasn't if it wasn't the first, it was one of the first. So, and the first that stuck with me. So absolutely love it. Another top 5 favorite all-time movies right there. Speaking of favorite films and the old dark house concept, this is the film or the poster for the movie Clue, which was my favorite film for a good portion of my life. Up until very recently, this was my absolute favorite movie of all time. Absolutely love it. It's hilarious. It's, like I said, the old dark house concept is done really well. Absolutely amazing cast. It's just everything I love in a movie is wrapped up in this movie. So I had to get the poster for it. In fact, I think it was the first one I purchased because I just had to have it. But yeah, if you have not seen it, which probably a lot of people haven't because it didn't make a lot of money, although it has gained quite of a cult following, in recent years, I recommend it. I recommend going out of your way to finding it. So let's move on to the last one. And finally, we have one of the newer editions that I've got, which was the official movie poster for Power Rangers, the movie. It was one of the first posters released. Basically, I guess like a teaser poster. And I know it is a little hard to see, and I do apologize for that again. These are kind of hard to show on camera. Easy enough to see when you're here, but on camera everything reflects so much in these, frames that they're in. But it is the one that says "Together We Are More." It has the lightning bolt and the stars, and then down below it has the characters on top of a car. That's looking at it, the aspect of the Power Ranger part of it is not played up that much. It's mostly. In fact, if you didn't know, and it didn't say Power Rangers movie down there, you would not probably even guess that's what this was. So, I think it's pretty cool. And again, that movie I saw a whole bunch of times in the theater because it was, for me, the first Power Rangers movie that really, really got it pretty much spot on to what I wanted to see. So yeah, so there you have it. Like I said, collecting movie posters, something I enjoy. The ones that are official posters and stuff, I usually go ahead and try to get a frame for those and and all that. But Walmart, it's nice that they do sell those cheaper ones because you get the gist of it without having to pay the big money for the original posters sometimes. So that's my movie poster collection. Just kind of want to show that because I did reference it in one of my other videos. So okay, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a great day, and thanks again for watching.